Roman here, and are you still not subscribed to Matt's channel? Well, if you're not, hit the subscribe button because he's giving out free picks each and every week. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
NFL Divisional Round Weekend awaits us, guys. Saturday and Sunday games. Monday night games for the rest of the year are finished. We do have the championship NCAA final game on that Monday. So 3 games, 3 days of football. Looking forward to that. Saturday games are Bills at Broncos. Broncos currently -1 favorite. It's been hovering around pick 'em. I think Bills were even favored at one point, but Broncos are the favorites at home. 49ers at Seahawks, 7.5. Those are the Saturday games for you guys. Seattle is favored by 7.5 in that one. Sunday, Texans at Patriots, a 3.5 Patriots favorite, and then the Rams -3.5 at Bears. We'll discuss all 4 games, break them down for you guys. Systemsportscapping.com or link.me/systemcapping for client opportunities, guys. PGA market is back, and we have some news. I decided to do a weekly short form audio only podcast. You can get it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I know a lot of you guys listen over there these days anyways. So it's over there. Quick 10 to 15 minute course breakdown, some free plays, updates each week. Golf is one of my best markets, handicapping. So definitely listen every week, guys. Get some information over there. UFC back next week too. It's going to be busy time of the year. Best time to get on board now if you want long-term success betting against the sports market. Head over to the website. Let's do a recap of the wild card weekend. It was a profitable one for myself, podcast listeners, and clients. We hit another underdog winner, guys. What can I say? It's pretty much a broken record pretty much almost every week. Almost 75%, 74%, rounding up from 73.8 to be exact, in the underdog market on the year. This is plus money outright winners, guys. Very high winning percentage. We're very excited, very happy about that. Hopefully you did tail. I also gave out, I didn't count it though, but I also gave out the 49ers to win over the Eagles. They were my second favorite on the weekend, but we just count the Chicago win. And hey, Chicago got to make a comeback. It wasn't pretty, right? I didn't think that underdog would come out at halftime. They were down by 18. Came back and won the game. And Green Bay just, I obviously expected Green Bay to kind of struggle a little bit. They didn't out of the gate, but they did in the second half big time. Great coaching decisions in the second half by the Bears. Williams got hot in the second half, was throwing for a lot of yards, and they were able to beat Green Bay. We also hit the teaser. Hopefully you guys did tail the teaser. Houston and the 49ers. I had 49ers plus 5.5 for clients. It was my favorite bet of the week. That cash, they won outright, the 49ers, with that banged up team. I got to give some, hats off to Robert Saleh. I think he might get a head coaching position coming up shortly. Ravens are live to get him. Ravens, maybe Pittsburgh. I could see him going somewhere, getting another chance. Remember, guys, he had to go to the New York Jets. You can't judge a coach from the New York Jets. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Houston, I expect them to win the game. I didn't expect it to be 30-6 with, and the way they won, 5 turnovers by Stroud. I just knew their defense would win them the game, and that's what happened here. 30-6 and your quarterback has 5 turnovers just doesn't make sense. Wild. Only lost on the weekend. We didn't go perfect. I did take Chargers plus 3.5. They didn't show up on offense. The O-line struggled. Patriots put good defense and good pressure on Herbert, sacking him 6 times. So tough one there. They didn't show up. Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, just got fired from the Chargers. Speaking of coaches update, guys. Add the Steelers to recent job openings. What is it, 9 teams? This is like the most I've ever seen. Some good teams too. Mike Tomlin stepping down. Didn't get fired. He stepped down. And I don't think he's coaching next year. Taking some time off. Well-deserved time off. I thought Harbaugh will do the same. Take a week, take a year off, and go travel, go relax. But he's right there. Yeah, I think he's gonna be the Giants coach. It's looking like the Giants. I think he did an Atlanta interview too. I don't really see him going to Atlanta. I think it's Giants, Miami, because he does know the owners there, but the team is just all over the place. But you get to go maybe retire in Miami. That's an option. But I think he picks the Giants, Harbaugh, just due to the team, right? Young stars, Dart, Neighbors. The defense is fairly good. I could see, the Giants, Scadaboo too. Can't forget him. I could see Harbaugh wanting to coach there, and I do believe that's where he goes. But, the Tomlin Harbaugh, it's been a historic rivalry over the years, guys. Steelers won 23-17 in matchups, 2-2 playoffs, 3 games decided by one score, and 20 of them by a field goal. You can argue it's one of the biggest NFL rivalries, and Harbaugh and Tomlin were a part of them. 9 job openings now, guys. That has to be the highest, right? It's going to be fun to watch, see where coaches go, right? I've been obviously following Baltimore. Baltimore should have 3 new coaches, defensive coordinator, head coach, and an offensive coordinator. So it's fun to watch. Can't wait to see what happens. Let's get into it. Let's get into this, guys. Like the video if you're watching on YouTube, guys. That's the least you can do. All these free winners that I've been giving out over the years. If you don't want to be a subscriber, receive my personal place, like the video, comment, share it. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, review and follow. Let's get into the Saturday games, guys. Bills at Broncos. Broncos -1. Total 46. Great game to open up the weekend. The books don't know what to do with it. It is a tough game to pick a money line winner here, guys. But I will give you my lean, of course, like I always do. Bills are coming off the big Jags win on the road. Now they head to a tougher place to play, right, in Denver. Very difficult to win in Denver. Denver had the bye, of course, so they are rested. Should be fairly healthy coming into this game. I think Greenlaw might be out. Check for that linebacker. Not too sure if he's going to make the game. Bills are coming into this game winning 6 of 7 of their last games. Broncos 9 of the last 10, guys. The story of the Broncos, I just believe, yeah, they had a fairly easy schedule, but a lot of their wins are just grinded out games that I thought they would lose or they would come back or their defense would just keep them around. It's not like Bo Nix has been playing great. It's not like their offense has been playing great. Their defense has been very good, and they're just winning ugly games. And that's what you have to do sometimes, right? You have to be able to win those type of games. And if they're in another one like this, they have the track record where they could win it. But their defense, guys, like I mentioned, this is the reason why they're here. Top 5 in pretty much all categories across the defensive stats. Second in total yards allowed. Second versus the rush. First in yards per play, guys. They limit the big play. And that's what Allen likes to do, get the big play. So if you're able to limit Allen with the big throws, big plays, tough for the Bills to get a win here, right? Third in points allowed. 68 sacks first. Bills defense hasn't been great on the season. It has been their run game and Allen getting them the wins, right? Bills defense, Nick should be able to have some success. Sutton could have a big game here. They should be able to run the ball as well. The big question is, Bo Nix in the playoff in a big spot. At times, Bo Nix has not looked great at all. It's the Allen versus Nix. It's not even close in the playoffs, right? So big quarterback advantage here. Big playoff resume advantage for the Bills. There's a lot of things here on the Bills I like, but then there's a lot of things that you got to look at and say, they're on the road in Denver, tough place to play. The defense scares me. The pressure on Allen. Allen's not great against pressure. Denver brings a ton of pressure. Now, Allen was able to throw on the Jags, right? Multiple guys getting involved. They don't have that number 1, even a number 2 wide receiver. Let's be honest, right? It's a tight end based style offense with a couple wide receivers. all at the, below they're like wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3s. Wide receiver 2 is kind of being kind, to be honest, guys, right? Shakir, they got Brandon Cooks at the end of his year. Now they threw him in there. Just a couple guys, Coleman's been a bust for them. It's just guys that they throw out there, right? But Allen's good enough to find those guys. But it's really Cook, right? Didn't have a big game last week, but Cook could run, Allen could run as well. I think they're going to have to get this run game going. Told you guys last week, play the Bills. Hopefully you did. Hopefully you took the Allen over in rushing. He just got there. And if I see the low 30s on Allen rushing again, I'll have to take him over. Allen over rushing. Have to look at that again. If it's in the low 30s. 8-1 at home in Denver. And let me go back to that. Why I like Allen. Obviously, he runs the ball, let's be honest. But I think the coverage is going to be tight downfield. He's going to be forced to run. And then also the pressure. The pressure is going to make him run as well. So that's why I think he should go over the low 30s. There, shop around for the best number. 8-1 at home for Denver on the year. Head-to-head, Bills won the last game 31-7. It's not the same Denver team, though, guys. But James Cook ran 120 yards on them. So keep that in mind. Bills D played well versus Lawrence. I was impressed to see they limited him, right? Just over 200 yards and 2 interceptions. So Bills D played well. A lot of veterans on that Bills defense, and they showed up in Jacksonville. If the Bills can show up again, limit Knicks, they have a great shot to win this game, right? Like I said, they have the experience in the playoffs. They made a lot of runs with this team and the coach. Obviously, Allen MVP. Allen's going to need to play like the MVP that he is, though, right? He'll need to play lights out to win this game. Cook's going to need to run better than he did last week because I don't think they're going to have as much success in the air as Allen did against the Jags. So, yeah, it's a flip of a coin. It's not a bet I'll be looking at. They could make my teaser market if I decide to do a 4-teamer. I definitely won't be playing a side. I'm going to lean the under. Like I said, Bills' defense playing better, and Denver's defense wins them games. That's the only way they're going to win the game. Again, I'm probably going to be staying away from this game completely this weekend. Again, props. I may bet a prop. The Allen over and rushing. If I can get it low, I may look at Sutton as well. But from a side standpoint, I'll lean the Bills, guys. But I'm not betting it personally. It's just due to the playoff experience and the better quarterback. Maybe Allen finds a way and Nick struggles. Very possible. It's that Denver D scares me, so I won't have a bet on the side this weekend. Good game, though. Excited to watch it. 49ers at Seahawks. Seahawks minus 7.5. Total 45. A game we saw a few weeks ago. I don't think a ton changes, guys. I think the Seahawks defense is really good, and the 49ers will struggle without Kittle. Right? Seattle won 13-3 just like 2-3 weeks ago. Totally shut down the 49ers offense. So I don't see a ton changing there. Right? You get Seattle fresh, off a bye, rested, and a much better defense than the Philadelphia Eagles. And a much better team and offense, to be honest. Tough game for the 49ers. Now, the 7.5's a lot. I'm not running to the window to bet Seattle 7.5. Now, they could easily win by 10 plus. Wouldn't be surprised. But Seattle's probably my favorite play in the teaser market. Get that down to half, 1 7-point teaser would be my favorite here. I do expect Seattle to move on. How does 49ers win this game? Now, their defense been good. Their defense was good in that Seattle game. They were good in that Eagles game. Robert Salah, I talked about him at the top of this podcast. They're going to have to force turnovers. Darnold's going to have to not show up, and he has not shown up in big games in the past, so it is possible. But it's a tall task for the 49ers here. But I believe they can cover the spread, keep it close. due to the defense. But I see their offense struggling again, guys. They just put 3 points up 2 weeks ago against this 49ers, against the Seattle team, and there was no Kittle. And Kittle was there, sorry. So CMC is going to have a superstar type of game, break for a big one. Their D is going to have to play and keep Seattle under 17 points, in my opinion. Under 14 to 17 points to win this game. I don't see 49ers getting over 20 points in this game. So, yeah, hard for me to see how 49ers win this one. So, Seattle, I expect to move on. I like them in the teaser market the most. And total 45, I'll lean the under. We just saw 13-3. Why should I play the over here? And this is without Kittle. So, under 45, I like. And also, Seattle in the teaser market would be my favorite. 7.5, it's tough. Right? If you get this, maybe buy a half, get the 7, get a push, or full 6.5 if you really want to. I don't really see like a 3-point game here, but again, the 49ers D's been playing well, and it's injured a bunch, and that just goes to Robert Saleh and his coaching abilities. So wouldn't be surprised if 49ers hang around here, but I would be very surprised if they win the game. Rams minus 3.5 versus Bears, total 48.5. Rams survived the scare. Hopefully you guys did play Panthers plus 10.5. That was my client play. I did give it out on the podcast as well. Too many points against the Rams at home, and they just beat them a month ago. And they match up well with them, guys. You got to understand matchups against certain teams. And that's why when I saw that 10.5, it was crazy. Against the Bears, though, the Rams match up much better. The Bears don't have any defense, guys. Rams should put up minimum 24 points. I expect to probably get into the 30s. The Bears' defense is bad, guys. Right? Stafford should have his way. Puka Nacua, big game. They should be able to run on the ball. I expect Bears to put up points as well, right? That 48.5, I lean the over. I could see, both teams in the 30s, or at least the Rams make the low 30s and Bears in the mid 20s. I can definitely see that. Can Bears win this game? Sure, they could. Just a bigger spot. McVay's been there. Stafford's been there. Williams hasn't. Ben Johnson hasn't. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at playoff experience. I'm looking at MVP Stafford. I'm looking at a Super Bowl winning coach. Hard to go against that, right? Hard to say the Bears are going to win this game. Now, Bears have been playing good. They've been finding ways at times to win games. They only look good in the Packers game in the second half, let's be honest. I have to go Rams here. The 3.5's tough. It could be a 3-point game, but I would lean the Rams minus 3.5, total 48.5 over. But yeah, I expect Rams to win this one. Maybe even the Stafford props over. Look at the weather. Look at the weather in Chicago. Obviously, it's going to be cold and windy, possibly. So check on Sunday. I never tried to say, check the weather today because it's going to change. I usually check Saturday for the Sunday games and then really follow it up in the morning. And if I have a big change of weather, I may send out a play to clients. But I would check because I don't think it's going to snow from my first check. But the wind could be a factor in this one. So, and LA team traveling to the cold, not favorable. That's the only thing I can really give the Bears here is the home field and the weather. So check that before game time. But yeah, Rams the play here. Lean the over 48.5. And I expect Stafford to have a big game here against this poor defense. Texans, definitely not a poor defense. The best defense in the NFL. They showed that against the Steelers last week. Pats are favorite minus 3.5 at home, total 41. Definitely playing the Texans here on the spread plus 3.5. I think they can win this game outright. Issue though, Nico Collins in concussion protocol. Not sure if he's going to play. That's huge. Stroud struggled big time, even with him. That's what scares me a little bit here, to take the Texans to win this game outright. I think they hang around because they have the best defense in the NFL. We saw Drake May and the Patriots offense struggle against the Chargers. Chargers have a good defense, but not as good as the Texans. So they'll be able to take a lot from that game. They'll be able to bring pressure on Drake May. See a low-scoring game as well here, guys. 41 could go under. It's a low total, of course, but I can definitely see it going under, especially with Stroud struggling. The Patriots' defense has been good. I expect to bring pressure, Stroud to struggle, especially if Collins is not playing. That's a huge downfield threat. Christian Kirk, hats off to him. He had a big game. They'll be able to run the ball a little bit with Marks as well. But yeah, that defense is just outstanding. They just win games, guys. And that's why I think the Texans hang around in this game, cover, 3-point win for somebody here. Wouldn't be surprised either side. Slight lean to the Patriots just because we're at home, especially if Collins is not playing. If Collins is not playing, it's a big downgrade for the offense already. It's already a downgrade. Strauss looked terrible last week. It was ugly, guys. If Collins doesn't play, that's a big step. That's a big step down for the offense, and would make it a little more tough for me, to throw a little money line parlay. A little money line play there. Pats actually were better on the road, guys, this season. Did you know that? They have 3 losses at home. The Patriots this year. Houston's been okay on the road. 6-3, got their first road playoff win in Pittsburgh. Should have some confidence coming into this game. But this game all comes down to CJ Stroud. And that's what scares me. If he plays serviceable, they run the ball well, they could win the game. But if he's starting to turn the ball, like if he turns the ball over 5 times again, this is not Pittsburgh. They're going to lose the game, guaranteed. It's rare you see a game 5 turnovers and you win the game. Sorry, was it 5 turnovers? Mistake. 5 fumbles, 3 turnovers. I think that's correct. Yes. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. He fumbled the ball 5 times, total 3 turnovers. Still, winning a game with 3 turnovers, very difficult. Very difficult, especially the scoreline, 30-6. You just don't see that. So, yeah, tough one here. I'm definitely tempted to play Houston. If Collins is back in, I'm a lot more excited to play that money line. So, should be low scoring. Expect Houston to hang around just due to that defense. They have a little more experience in the playoffs, of course, as well. So yeah, Houston's the play plus 3.5. Teasers, guys. Teasers hit on one last week. Let's make it a clean playoff sweep. We can't have a teaser next week. Oh, we could technically, but it'd be more force. But let's end it on a high note here. It's going to be Seattle just to win the game, guys. And Rams plus 4. 7-point teaser, 2 favorite this week. Underdog option. You probably know. I broke down the 4 games, right? Again, we're limited now, right? We don't have 13, 15 games to choose from. But we talked about them. It's Bills, it's Texans. Those are the 2 I can think that I believe could win outright. Texans, I said, put it like this. If Collins is playing, Texans will be my favorite. We'll take Texans. Good price too, plus 150. If Collins doesn't go, take the Bills. I think it's close to a flip of a coin game. You're getting Bills like plus 105. Why not? So those are the 2 that I lean. Don't love them. But again, Houston, plus 150 if Collins plays. Good value there. That defense could just win them the game, guys. Stroud has to be serviceable, like I mentioned. And Josh Allen. You're betting on Josh Allen. And Knicks to struggle. That would be my second favorite on the weekend. That will do it, guys. That will do it. Big weekend. Can't wait for these games. Hopefully you've been tailing as of late, especially in the underdog market. It's been great this season. You want to get on board, want the client card, head over to the website. Like I always say, guys, bet smarter, know your limits. Enjoy this week.